spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
We were talking to the defensive coaching staff coming into this game tonight, and they said we really feel good about our pass rush. We feel like we've got guys up front that can win one-on-one. We've got to let these guys hunt. We've got to let them eat, and they're doing it on the first play of the game, getting a sack.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Let's talk about Alabama. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Using his feet to buy time. Going to try to get it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Going to run it. It's Young. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got a man, it's Williams. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout the season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability. This dude is unbelievable. He's unguardable, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy conversation. That's why he's going to be featured today and hopefully in these later moments in the season when you go win a Heisman.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Going to look downfield again. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Alabama.
You love to as a head coach to watch our offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Mississippi State's offense will go to work for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money.
Oh, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he was weaving his way and finally brought. Around the 23-yard line.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Miller with the ball. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the one on fourth. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on fourth down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reese. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Wide receiver going in motion. The give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Mississippi State going up tempo. Looking for a man. It's Chapin. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Offense set on first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Trying play action. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Touchdown Bulldogs! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the clock has hit zeros. Here's a look at the big moment from that battle in the Pac-12. Washington State ran roughshod over the competition en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Snares it outside, it's Miller. Let's talk about Alabama. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed, the measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
To throw, it's Russell. Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run play action. Gonna take a shot. Grabs it inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
The offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way.
Looking for the end zone, and they will score. Touchdown, Bama!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Shapen. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Edwards. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it down at the 34. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. The quick out. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Russell. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. This time it's complete. Touchdown Tide! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This This offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They'll move the tight end. Hand off from the shotgun. Makes one man miss. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Motion from the wideout. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Cradles it at the 35. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry up. Looking downfield, it's Shapen. Trying to set up the screen. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pressure coming. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Send the tight end in motion. On the move. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Russell. It's complete to the left. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Hauls it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
In that second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You could tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's 1st down. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I think this this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Off the play fake. Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The short hands, it's Glover. Knocked down for the tackle.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Scanning the field, it's Shapen. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. It's good. Easy call for the refs. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Russell. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
A lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield.
He's taking the shot. He's got it at the 15. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it on the move. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bama. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Coleman Hope. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And that's where they'll spot it, just inside the 45.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team. And you can tell they caught up with them and forced the fumble.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to beat the D deep. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He wants to change this route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the right. He's got it. Oh, what a caught! And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Leaves it with the running back. Inside the 25. Turning on the Jets. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Fakes to grab. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up in the 28. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. On 3rd down, going up top. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. No good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. Lead is huge.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Fires to the right. Pulls it in. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Horton. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one, in this offense within striking distance. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Throwing right. A strike downfield. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Someone say, well, on the clock. Someone saying, I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield on 1st down. Now adjusting. Running into the open space. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these